the tall boots on for this one. At least the sun is trying to peek out, but wow. I've got snow right up to the undercarriage. Yeah, fair amount last night. I think it's stopped for the day, and at least it's sunny, so hopefully the plows come through. I did have a nice spot shoveled out here last evening, but it was still snowing at the time. Shoveled half of my pallet bar, as you can tell, and we'll have to redo that again. Had the solar panels cleaned off too, but I have to do that again. My wood pile is looking more like a Kinsey or an igloo. This is the heavy snow too. I'm gonna try to get all this snow off of here because it's just gonna weigh down my tent shed. But yeah, man, oh man. Not nice. I had the Catio roof cleaned off last night too, but here's hoping this was the last snowstorm of the year, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that it wasn't. See the plow working its way down the driveway slowly, but I wonder if the main road is plowed yet. Probably not. Ramsey's watching the plow go. Yee-hee! I like having the driveway plowed. I just really don't like any of the gravel to get pushed up, because then in the spring I've got a pile of gravel all along the edges of the driveway, and that sucks. I went ahead and shoveled this area right in front of the camper, shoveled the area right in front of the tent shed there. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of different things at once. I also scooped the ashes in the wood stove inside. It cools down a little more. I'm going to go ahead and clean the stovepipe inside as well. Eventually I'll get to the car. I need to clean it off first and then shovel all around it. Doesn't pay to shovel around it and then clean it off, because all that snow on it is just going to end up next to the car again. While I wait for the stovepipe to cool down, I'm going to go ahead and climb up there and clean off those solar panels, because it is about 10 a.m. The sun was trying to peek out. Now it's just covered in cloud, but I still should get some solar if I get those cleaned off. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that just felt like a waste of time. The snow is way too wet and packed for me to really clean it off the solar panel. So at this point I kind of just have to wait for either the snow, the rain, or warmer temperatures. Well, this one comes nice and clean though. Believe it or not, all that snow on the roof is actually good for insulation. Well, the camera died a couple of hours ago while I was shoveling the car out, but the sun was out for a little bit. And as you can see, a lot of the snow on the car had melted. And the majority of the snow on the solar panel melted too, except for the little bit at the very top. But something weird is happening. Usually, even with that little bit of light, something would be coming in on the solar. But it just says 0 amps. 0 amps coming in. I don't understand what's going on with that now. 12.3. It says that there's sun on the panel. I don't understand. What is happening? There's no amps coming in at all. That's really weird. You know, even though it's not the sunniest right now, normally there is some amps coming in because the solar panel is mostly cleaned off at this point. So I'm very confused. Okay, weird. Now it's saying 3.1 amps coming in. I'll show you what I just did. There was a little pile of snow at the very top of the panel that I tried to wipe off as much as I could, and now all of a sudden amps are coming in. I mean, the majority of the panel was cleared off except for that little ridge at the top. So you'd think that some amps would still come in. But it seems like once I cleared off the spot that's directly on top of where the wires go to the panel, now I've got amps coming in. I mean, I don't understand that. See those wires under there? There was snow directly in front of those on the panel. So I had no amps coming in. I removed the snow directly in front of that, and now I've got amps coming in. I mean, that doesn't seem super efficient. If that spot where the wires come in were super shaded, then would that mean no solar was coming in? Like, it's a big panel. Surely, you know, if the majority of it is opened up, some amps should still come in. I don't understand. Things confuse me lately. That was crazy. It literally just said 6 amps were coming. Okay, 5.5. So you mean to tell me I can hardly reach up there at the top of that panel? Now I guess I'm gonna need to get like a longer brush, snow brush, to get up there because, wow, what a difference. That's crazy. Whoa, 8.3 amps. Maybe somebody can explain that science to me. Why, when there's snow right in front of the wires on the solar panel, you know, do no amps come through? Like, that's, whew. Don't get me wrong, the sun did get brighter here, but geez. Rory's been doing this weird thing lately where he'll jump up and sit right next to the window as if he wants to go out on the catio and expects me to let him out, but he will not go out, and it's probably because there's snow. So are you looking at me thinking, okay, you need to remove the snow so I can go out there, or what's the deal? He knows where the door is. He won't go out. I'll open the window up for him. Watch this, if he doesn't take off. Open up the window. You want to go on out there? No. No, he just sits there like, I want to go out, but I don't want to go out in the snow. But Ramsey goes out in the snow because you can see his footprints everywhere. It doesn't bother him. He actually likes it. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think you guys were actually on the charger when it happened, but the plow finally did come down the main road here, so I'm getting closer to getting out and doing what I need to do today, running my errands. 2 more things I want to do. One is removing the snow off the catio roof. It's just a lot of weight on there that doesn't need to be sitting there. Last but not least, I want to try to get some of that heavy snow off of the tent shed up there because it just bags it down so much in the middle and between the ribs. There's a lot of snow piled up along the sides on the bottom here, but I'm not about to try and shovel all that because my luck, I'll probably end up cutting the material with my shovel or something and ripping it, so I'll just leave that. It's even higher on this side. Yeah. insulation for the squirrel that lives in there. You see how it bags down? It's pretty wet, packed snow though, so I think I can... Ooh. Woo! Okay, I did a bunch in one shot there. See, it all just lands and piles along the side. And then we have the issue of when the wind blows, the big chunks of snow fall and land on the tent shed. So, you know, there's that too. Kind of scary when you're in there and it just sounds like somebody's firing off a bunch of shots at you. There, that's better. I'll have to probably tighten this up a bit in the spring because it does kind of bag down in a few spots. Hopefully it leaves as quickly as it arrived. If you're in a really warm or hot climate and you're envious of this, don't be. There's a lot of added costs to living in a cold climate. You know, depending on how often you drive, you've got winter tires that you have to get yearly or bi-yearly. Maybe you need to pay for snow removal, your heating costs jack up. Yeah, really there's a lot that people just don't think about. But now that it's 2 in the afternoon maybe, and I've got all the snow clearing done, everything that I can do at the moment, the stovepipe cleaned out, the ashes scooped, now I can finally go in town and run my errands for the day. Anyway, I think that's going to be it from me here. Hopefully you're all doing well, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next. Bye. Well, that's scary. I was scooping ashes out of the wood stove. Must have dropped one. I could smell burning, didn't know where it was coming from. I walked in and I could see just on the edge of this ottoman something brown and I didn't know what it was. Moved the ottoman out of the way. It was a little coal that I must have dropped when I was scooping ashes. And it burned the floor right here. That could have been really bad. I could have caught this ottoman on fire. Yikes. Same thing happened over here. A coal dropped, bounced off of here, landed there. I didn't get to it on time before it burnt a spot in the floor. As you can see, my tiles are lifting in front of the wood stove because they just can't stand the heat. They're stick down tiles. Yeah, kind of scary.